Welcome. We are officially in 2021. And we had a beautiful 1-1 portal seeding our year, receiving our soul seeds from this beautiful frequency of unity that is held so potently by our wombs and by this lineage of our blood mysteries. So, thank you to all of you that were there live or received it as a transmission. And we officially opened the gates to our Blood Mysteries Temple now for the first time in 2021. Um, and I wanted to take this moment with you to explore a little more deeply about what this looks like in case you're called deeper into our temple, in case you are feeling that tug to really remember and reclaim the beautiful magic you hold as woman, and the vast depth of mystery held between your hips and this deep, intimate, and potent connection you have already built within you, part of your design as women, to connect with the mystery and co-create with her, right? And be part of this movement of rebirthing the new earth through you, through your own unique soul unfolding and unique gifts. So, in today's Facebook Live, I wanted to walk you a little more deeply through this foundational program that we have for our Blood Mysteries Temple. Within the temple, there are different spirals going deeper and deeper into these mysteries. And this first gateway, the Journey into Sacred Menstruation, gives you the foundation for really reclaiming and connecting with this feminine wisdom and magic that every woman has. And this is my wish and my prayer, is that every woman would have at least this basic knowledge and connection activation with herself to fully step into the fullness of who she is. So this is the first step. It is a deep journey that goes from the energetics and the full mystic component all the way to the nuts and bolts of the practicalities and how to bring these mysteries and these practices, right, into our modern day life. Because ultimately, this is a path of embodiment. We came to Earth. If you've been with us for any of the other activations, you'll have heard me talk about this. We are on Earth in a physical body for a reason. We are bringing light and love into that point where spirit and matter meet. That's where the alchemy is happening. This is not about leaving our bodies and transcending. It's about immanence. It's about coming deeper and deeper into our bodies, into matter, and connecting with the divine in that movement down, in that movement through matter. Matter is a mother that comes from the same root word. So remembering this very feminine way of connecting to the divine, connecting with our own souls, and connecting just to the beauty and love and magic of creation that is already here without having to go anywhere else. And we have Sister Maria joining us. So, Blood Mysteries program. So we do the program encompasses everything from the energetics, the mystical component, the direct experience from your own body, from your own being, of this lineage of mother living in you, of mother condensed into matter through your womb, through your blood, all the way to the nuts and bolts of actually practicing and anchoring this into your life with ease and grace. Because as I was saying, this is a path of embodiment. It doesn't serve much to have these beautiful ideas if we're not actually living them and practicing them. And our modern day life have a very particular configuration, right? And the modern day life of different sisters within our circle, within our community, are also going to be different, have different demands. So it gives you everything you need to find your own unique way of interacting and making it simple and easy and fun, so it actually becomes an integral part of your life. And this is where kind of the magic happens, right? Because, and this is part of the potencies of the blood mysteries, is that not only is our moon blood as a substance the most powerful substance that our body creates, not only does it have a capacity to take you on ayahuasca-like journeys, not only does it have, stem cells capable of renewing and regenerating any part of your being, beyond all that, right? Our moon blood is our direct connection to mother, and it's intimately connected to how we move in the world as women, right? Our sense of power, of worth, of love, of belonging and safety is intimately tied to this core aspect. We've been told for generations and millennia that we become a woman when we bleed. So when that connection between blood and womanhood and what we the qualities, the energy we ascribe to these two components are so tightly woven, right? That when we hold any kind of patriarchal messaging around our moon blood being dirty or a release of some kind or unclean or unpure or a waste or simply an inconvenience, right? That is intrinsically woven into our sense of who we are as women, right? This is at the core of our being, at the core of our feminine design. We are defined by the fact that we bleed, not for the fullness of our life, but that is what marks us as women, right? We have a womb, we bleed, and even our passage through our seasons of life are marked by that blood, right? We become a maiden when we bleed for the first time. We know we're going to become a mother when that bleeding stops, right? We become a mother when that bleeding resumes again, like fully into mothering years. Menopause is marked by that moon blood coming back inward, flowing back into our body, being absorbed into our being so that we can walk as that power, right? It's all defined by blood. So having a right relationship with that blood has a profound impact on your sense of self-love, on your self-worth, and in your power, right? And this is again at the heart and core of who we are as women, and it's not just about their capacity to create children. Our capacity to create children is just one expression of this creative power for which we are designed, right? And we have the gift that this power of creation, this holding of the wisdom of the lineages, the codes of life, right? The remembrances of lifetimes, our connection to all of humanity and beyond through this thread that brings all life to being, right, is condensed into matter within us. We actually have a physical substance that we can connect to, that we can work with to really help establish that intimate, direct relationship with her. So throughout this program, there is an intense reframing and remembering of the true essence of menstruation, the true essence of our womb, the true essence of being a woman, right? And when you can fully step into the beauty, the grace, the majesty, the royalty, of that, of like really grokking what that means, right? And tapping into the essence of our womb, where our essence is held, where our unconditional love and capacity for creation is held, then everything changes. Because when you have that true felt experience, there is no room in your vessel anymore for any feelings of less than or unworthy or powerlessness. All those structures begin to dissolve and come away and untangle because now you have a felt reality of who you truly are. And your, again, intimate connection to mother. There's throughout the program this deep connection to Great Mother within us, right? Through those womb portal gates, and that feeling of unconditional love, unconditional support, unconditional nurturing. Can you feel into the possibility of every time you receive your moon blood, instead of it being just an event or an inconvenience or something that is in any way negative, it becomes this point of nourishment and connection and magic in your life? Because if it's anything less than magical, dear sister, there's more there for you, right? There is so much more. There's so much depth and in our moon blood, because again, it holds the codes of life. It has this deep capacity to catalyze our spiritual evolution, to catalyze our gifts, to rebirth our essence. And once you know the foundation, the basics of working with her, right, then you can, create to your heart's content, and use her in a way that is in harmony with your life and your own soul unfolding. So back to our program, there is an introductory module where we talk about the lineage and where it comes from and how this remembrance emerges and about the temple. And then again, practicalities like collecting your moon blood and storing it for use within menstrual rites, because that's going to be a little bit different. There's special considerations there. And then we dive into a module on remembering. So there are videos. Each module has videos, has audios, has a womb journal, and written PDF format material for you to dive into your remembrance of what our moon blood actually is, right? Starting from, direct transmissions from mother, my own experiences and experiences of other women, her story. We dive into that as well, so you have a historical perspective. We also we visit, the history as well, the patriarchal wounding that we've been exposed to, and that literally lives within our cells, our wombs, and our bodies, so that we can start illuminating it and shedding it, dismantling it, letting it go, so that you can fully step into what's true. Okay, because the reality is, of this whole lineage, it's all about just remembering and stepping into what's already there. But there is a lot. Whenever we do womb work, any of you that have already touched into that, know we hold a lot of wounding around our wombs, because being women has not been safe for a very long time, and we have the feminine has been vilified and made less for a very, very long time. So there is a place there for healing, right? And also each module has an activation. So you have a journey where you receive a direct experience of mother, of your womb, of the moon blood, of the lineage. And so you become catalyzed and activated into deeper remembrance through you. Because ultimately, this is not a program for you to just absorb information. It is designed so that you have a direct remembrance within your body, and because it lives within you already. I'm just here opening the door and whispering for you to remember what you already know, what's already in your womb, for you to access your moon blood directly, because moon blood is medicine. It literally is a medicine, as equivalent to ayahuasca or mushrooms or iboga or any of the other powerful plant medicines placed on earth. This is our medicine from our sacred tree of life that is available for us, for our own healing, for our own special spiritual evolution, for as a gift of blessing for our communities, for our planet, and for co-creation. So we step into all that. There's a module on reclaiming. So how do we step into reclaiming the full magic and power, including we dive into the little bit that's known from the biological perspective of what science is discovering of the ancient myths that were said about moonblood, how new scientific discoveries are validating those myths and those stories. So we dive into the magic that has been and mythically said about moonblood, the magic that is held through the scientific lens, as well as the magical experiences that women that have been on this path do experience with their direct communion with their moonblood. Then we have a module on harmonizing and attuning, which is all about this dialogue that our womb and our moonblood has with the moon and the lunar cycle, and how they talk to each other, and how to work with both cycles, because the reality is that they don't, though there are certain energetic equivalences, they don't line up perfectly, or definitely not for the fullness of your life, right? And the wounding and the misconceptions that have arisen throughout feminine lineages around the right time to bleed, for example, all that is demystified, and I give you the basic underpinning so that you can start to derive from your own inner knowing, so you can start trusting your body, trusting your cycle, trusting your moonblood in your womb, in arriving when it's most beneficial for you, and how to begin to interpret and understand this dance that begins to happen between your body, your soul evolution, the larger lunar cycle, and other larger cycles. And then we move on to the practical aspects. We have a full module on menstrual rites, where we go into anchoring all that we've remembered, all that we've reclaimed, all that we've touched upon at a spiritual level through the activations, through the transmissions, how we anchor that in now into reality, into embodied form through practice, and all the vast, fun, powerful ways that we have to create ritual through our moon blood. We go from offering to the earth and the waters, to creating sacred art, to empowering sacred objects, to anointing your body, baths, empowering intention, sangreal, which is the taking in as a sacred sacrament, which is the high holy rite within the blood mysteries. We go over all of that, as from the energetics to the practicalities, and what that looks like in our modern day life, what that looks like when you're dealing with, family or partners or children, all the things that arise, again, as a modern day woman, stepping into this remembrance in a coherent way, right? So we have that, and now for our wise women, which is really important, we've added a new module, which is our wise women module, which is, of course, is open to all women, but that module is specially designed for our women that are called to this lineage, that are either approaching menopause or have crossed menopause, so we can start also healing the season of wise women, the role of wise women, and really reclaiming the power held within the season, and the role of wise women within the blood mysteries, because it's a very common perception to have that if you're not bleeding, then you can't participate in the blood mysteries because there are no menstrual rites, right? And though menstrual rites are like the most outwardly seen aspect of the blood mysteries throughout the bleeding years, it is not the only form of connection. And wise woman has her own unique way of connecting into the blood mysteries, and again, as wise women, it's the culmination of the journey. So there is so much power and in these years, and in the connection of wise women into her womb blood, because the womb blood's still there. It's just not flowing outwardly. So there's a big piece here around remembering old myths and receiving new myths that allow our wise women to fully step into the full power of this season, and to start to embody in the world that role and that energy that is profoundly needed on this planet, because this is the one that's most missing and that's been most damaged throughout the patriarchy. So if there are any wise women watching, this module is for you, and it's structured so that it can be done alongside all the other ones, because as you traverse your own module, you're also brought back to heal the maiden and the mother that are still within you. So even though you may not practice the menstrual rites, which are in module 4, knowing about them and the variations of practice that are given will benefit you in unforeseen ways. The wise women that have, entered in and crossed the temple and done the spiral have all been deeply transformed and very, very, happy with the results and where they are now from having done this inner work. So this journey is deeply alchemical. There's a lot of transformation that happens. There is a lot of nigredo also that comes up, because we're touching places where we usually don't go and don't see, but it is lovingly held by myself and by other blood mystery sisters that are within the temple. We have a private Facebook group where only sisters that have gone through this course and are and sisters that have done this and gone on to other spirals, we kind of convene there to share our experiences, the unfolding of our journey, because this does not stop after you complete this spiral. That's just the first step into diving into this mystery. And yeah, so we have those 5 modules, we have an integration group, and then we have a live Q&A always at the end, so that we can come together live and in person, and I can answer any questions, and we can really bring together the fruits of our journey, right? Throughout this whole time, you're supported again through the Facebook group. You can reach me at any point there for any support that is needed throughout the journey. And for anyone stepping in during our early bird period, not only is there special pricing, there is this beautiful art journey that is co-created with a priestess sister, Jackie Shenton, who where we guide you through a full moon blood art workshop where you're actually creating sacred art with your moon blood and doing the whole alchemical journey of connecting into the beauty of your womb and your moon blood and your womanhood, which is it's like a 2-hour workshop that is beautiful that I would love for you to have. If you decide to step in, that's something not to be missed. I think that covers it. So every week on a Monday, you receive access to a full module which has a minimum of 3 videos, 1 audio activation journey, a womb journal that's fill-in that you can fill in directly onto your computer once you download it, or you can print out and fill in by hand depending on what is joyful for you. And then we have some extra PDFs with written material, like for the history portion or the her story portion. Those and other resources that support your journey throughout these modules. And then an integration week and the live Q&A and our Facebook group. So those are like all the details that you might want to hear. I'm going to check in the chat if there's any questions about this program, about stepping in, about any of the details I've shared. Please post them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, sisters. This is, I've been a spiritual seeker for all of my life. I think I joined my first Gnostic group at 16, and stepping into these blood mysteries, and I've done like medicine work with ayahuasca and other kinds of medicines as well, has definitely been the most catalytic experience of my life, and and I see it in what I've harvested from these many years in this path, and what I hear from women that join me here. There is just such depth and healing and beauty and a sense of deep connection to mother in yourself, of being held, of being loved, of being nourished, of your body becoming something you can trust, and a beautiful part of mother holding you. And there's just so much magic that begins to unfold, and it's a path of unfolding, which is also wonderful because there is no striving. It all just naturally begins to unfold from within you as you say yes, as you step in, as you surrender. It's a path of surrender. As you surrender into the mystery of mother, the mystery of your womb, the mystery of your womb blood, it all just starts to happen, right? There's nothing to become, be, learn. It's all about just being present, surrendering, and allowing the magic to unfold through you. And it's a beautiful way to start our new earth, our new 2020, to stepping into this new way of being in the world, where we can just be the magic who we are and trust in the unfolding of the mystery through us. There's a big relief there. So let's see, any questions from my sisters that are here live? Any questions for our program? Oh, okay. Well, if any questions arrive, please just jot them down in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. If you if you have any more personal questions, wanting to know if the program is for you, please feel free to message me or email me. I'd be happy to support you in finding the right decision for yourself. The gates are open. I wait you with open arms. We have a beautiful, intimate group of sisters already inside. Very welcoming to our new sisters starting the journey, and supportive. And yes, I hope to see you inside, beloved sister. It's something I really wish every woman could have a chance to unwrap herself and the magic she holds within her. So that is all for today. Let me know if you need me for anything. Our early bird pricing and bonus will be available until tomorrow, and then we start on Monday the 11th this journey. Disclaimer though, I have a lot of programs running now, so I will not be offering this blood mystery journey probably until the Lionsgate portal, I'm thinking at this point. So if you are on the fence and have been wanting to step closer and deeper into the blood mysteries, this is the moment. This is the moment to do so. So that's it, loves. oceans of love, many blessings, happy moon times, and I hope to see you inside.